Top 50.
Billboard Top 50, and people were going nuts over it.
As they should have.
Now, I saw the list. Now let's see who's above R.
Also,
Kelly.
they completed the whole list.
Yeah,
now?
they got the whole list. I'm
Okay.
not gonna read the whole list. I'm just gonna go
do top 10.
top 10.
If you could put,
top
pull up
10.
top 10.
All right, so let me get this shit going. So that's one. All right, so number 10, we got Marvin Gaye.
Okay.
Number 9, they have R. Kelly. Number 8, they have Mariah Carey. Number 7, they have Prince.
Okay.
Number 6, they have the legendary James Brown, the most sampled man in hip hop.
Okay.
They have number 5, Whitney Houston. Number 4, they have Beyonce. Number 3, they have Michael Jackson.
Wow.
Number 2, they have Aretha Franklin. And number 1, they have Stevie Wonder.
Now this is what I like to do around this time.
Okay.
Anytime we get a list, I have to pull up the criteria.
Okay.
That will help me determine if they got this right or not. So, the criteria was vocal prowess, body of work,
Yep.
career longevity, industry achievements, game-changing influence, and enduring generational/cultural impact.
Beyonce shouldn't be number 4.
She literally checks off all of those boxes.
She's not above R. Kelly.
No, I'm not. Now here's my thing. Because I only knew about R. Kelly being 9. I didn't know the top. I didn't know who was above.
Yeah.
There are no slouches above him. Let's be extremely clear.
For sure.
There's not one. Those are all household
They heavy.
hitters.
They heavy.
Now we all know the allegations did not help R. Kelly in this list. In any list.
Absolutely.
We know it's almost impossible to ignore that shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially if you a brand like Billboard, Rolling Stone, all
Right.
those. You gotta be PC a little bit.
Yeah.
So in real life, 9 is low. Because he's writing, and he's producing.
Wrote for Michael Jackson.
And he wrote for other people.
Wrote for other
Fuck around and
people.
wrote for half the people in front of him.
He did Trapped in the Closet. The man had more range than he had more range as far as like content.
Yeah, no, dude is a musical fucking genius.
And I'm not.
And he's got the catalog.
Right. And the catalog.
got
I'm
the
not.
catalog.
Listen. I'm not mad at the list. Once I read it, I'm like, okay, Aretha Franklin,
Some big dogs.
Stevie Wonder.
See, I don't know Aretha Franklin's catalog. I can't think
of
of the album.
This thing back in Aretha Franklin and James Brown's days. That's when albums weren't really albums. They were collections of songs. It's funny, like back then.
That's true.
Like I think I could be wrong, but I think not until like Marvin Gaye came around, people started really just locking in on albums.
Full body.
Before that, if you look, how we looking at billboards and see Drake's catalog and shit like that. Aretha Franklin didn't care about albums. It was about hits.
Gotcha.
And then
big records.
Just big records. Like that's why Temptation had like 8 albums.
Gotcha.
All in 2 years because
Gotcha.
Temptation's Christmas, Temptation this, it was like strike the iron while it's hot.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't really go with catalog. They wasn't giving a fuck about going platinum and shit back then. It was more about hits and doing shows and stuff. So the game was different. Aretha Franklin, she's a queen mother. You know what I'm saying? So
without question.
But to have R. Kelly there, I think it's the allegations. I would put R. Kelly above Beyonce.
So read off where are you stopping? Who's one?
Stevie Wonder.
So you keep it.
I'm not mad at Stevie Wonder being number 1. Now, am I?
Got you.
You know what I'm saying?
That's before our time.
That's before my time.
But we know let's be clear. Before somebody says something stupid in the comments.
Right.
We know Stevie Wonder is Stevie Wonder.
Legend.
Stop.
Icon.
But nigga, I wasn't at the store buying this shit. Bro.
Exactly.
I wasn't even thought of.
You got to think about generations and stuff like that and what my mama listened to because she loved Stevie Wonder.
Of course.
But she loved R. Kelly too.
Of course.
And that's somebody we both love. I can't say the same of someone who maybe like R. Kelly reached hip hop, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
He reached different ranges. To me, on J. Red's list, R. Kelly's number 1.
Okay.
To me. Mariah's in my top 5.
Okay.
Fucking
is Stevie in your top 5?
No.
Okay, all right.
But legend.
Yeah, no,
I don't want to get crushed.
Yeah,
I don't want to
no,
get crushed.
we get it.
Whitney Houston, legend. She don't have the catalog though. Album wise,
I don't know. Well, I mean, I can't sit here and reel off the Whitney albums like that.
That's my point.
Other than the first or second one, they got joints, but
That's
I know
it.
the greatest hit. I know the hits.
yes, but I'm saying her hits
Yeah.
are more powerful than most people's catalogs.
For sure.
But Mariah Carey has a better catalog.
Mariah Carey got hits. Too.
Mariah Carey got hits.
If y'all look up Mariah, how many number ones Mariah Carey got?
She's the queen of number one. I don't think nobody
Dog.
got more number one. Female singer.
She got
at
some
least.
big ass.
Beyonce. Now listen, Beyonce is great.
You about to be disrespectful.
She shouldn't. I mean, above R. Kelly. That's my gripe. I'm like,
Okay, so it's really just that.
yeah, because I'm not saying she can't be in the top 10, but
Okay.
where's her Thriller? Where's her Purple Rain?
People say that's Lemonade.
Who?
People.
I've never heard that. I've heard people say Take Care, even though I don't agree with it for Drake.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Right?
Yeah.
I haven't heard. Now, this is the thing. It's a different. Like Chris Brown don't have a classic album to me, but Chris Brown is also one of a kind. He's an anomaly.
Chris Brown's first album, you could argue, is a classic. You could argue that.
People may. I don't.
That's arguable.
Okay.
Do we know where he was on this list?
I don't know.
He not top 15.
Nah, he's not top 15. I don't think he's top 20 to be honest. Of all time.
Yeah, right.
That's what I'm
we're
talking
talking
about.
60s, 70s, 80s,
No,
90s.
he's not. He may be in the top 50.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Chris Brown is 26.
I'm not going to debate that.
He's above Shaka Khan. He's above Erykah Badu and Diana Ross
I'm not mad at that.
and Gladys Knight. Again, those are listen, man. This is almost like comparing NBA players of today to like
Yeah.
niggas in the 70s and 80s. Like, bro, you can't.
Yeah, you can't really do that.
The game is different.
That's what I'm saying. You can't, like, people have their own league of how they do things. Shout out to my homeboy Coop the Trill. We was talking about this, like how OG rappers should have their own category.
I agree.
Why the fuck is Eminem being compared to NBA Youngboy
that's
on the charts? If because LL Cool J dropped the album last year.
Yeah, The
dope,
Force.
Dope, right?
Yeah.
Because Q-Tip produced the whole thing.
Yeah, it was fire.
Niggas was like, oh, 20,000 records first week. That ain't. I'm like, bro, look, the people who listen to LL on the regular probably still listen to CDs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They
Like,
probably
come on,
don't.
bro.
Everybody don't have a streaming platform.
They probably listen
that's
to
why.
tapes.
That's you're right. For what we know,
Yeah.
those are like 50, 60 years
Facts.
old. So
Facts.
I hate when people try to be like, oh, how many streaming numbers do you have versus, like, for example, when I'm a Bone fan. When Bone was beefing with the Migos, right?
Right.
Well, Lazy was beefing with the
Right.
Migos. Whack 100 jumped in and was like, let's look at the Spotify numbers, right? They have monthly Spotify listens more than Bone has. And I'm like, you idiot. Nigga, do you know how many records they sold more than Migos?
Yeah, that was-
I'm quite sure if Twitter and all that shit was out back then.
That was stupid.
It was stupid. So I don't like comparing.
Comparing eras, man, especially when it comes to numbers, is a lost
It,
cause.
yeah,
bro.
it's a lost cause.
That's silly, bro.
Yeah.
And that was when Migos was hot as fish grease.
Yes, of course. Like,
So obviously, right then in the moment, yes, if you check the charts, it's gonna look crazy.
Yeah.
But that was silly.
Yeah.
But the list again, this is why these lists exist. This is why, it's debatable.
Yeah.
But R. Kelly is obviously like male. Who was a male higher than him? It was Stevie and James. You got James
and Michael
Brown over?
Jackson. Do I got James Brown over R. Kelly?
See, that's where I would be like, nah, bro.
Yeah, because come on, man. When we talk
And
about
James Brown is shit, but bro, come on.
yeah, nah,
bro.
I can't put him above R. Kelly.
But again, I'm an 80s baby, dog. So, like, what do I know?
Yeah, exactly. Because somebody be like, boy, back in my day, like Frankie Lyman back then, he was what Michael Jackson was in the 50s.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So it's different. It's, man, people are talking. Speaking of LL, when LL was out, I'm talking about like out.
Yeah,
Like, come on.
he
but
was rap's first superstar.
That's what I wasn't outside for that impact.
Exactly.
So I can't. It's hard for me to sit here and say James Brown is. I know it's James fucking Brown.
Right.
But I wasn't outside I wasn't alive for the impact.
Yeah, for the impact. We're closer because the reason we can talk about hip hop is because hip hop is still relatively young.
You bingo.
So it's a difference. Like we were born in the 80s. That's when hip hop was really
ascending.
selling records and stuff like that. So we can compare.
Facts.
But R&B, nigga, James Brown was hiding what, the 50s, 60s?
Bro,
like so yeah. But
they
anyway,
got biopics after these niggas, bro.
yeah,
Like,
come
that's
on,
how
man.
you know.
Like, come on, bro. So yeah, but R. Kelly is too low. Despite what he's done, all that, I think he should be higher.
Including all time, where should R. Kelly be? All time,
All
y'all.
time,
Don't
yeah.
just all time.
All
Put some
time.
respect on the elders too.
Yeah.
Where should he be?
Yeah. Last thing before we get to our hate mail, I
Let's
want to
get
cover.